Last year, we took a deep dive into the Fifine SC3 paired with the Fifine AM8 microphone. I mentioned how the SC3 was honestly one of the best entry-level mixers you could buy for around $50. It had just the right amount of features for beginner streamers or anyone who wanted a simple way to control their audio without breaking the bank. Well, fast forward to today, and Fifine is back with something new and not just a small refresh. Hi everyone, if you're new to my channel, my name is Paula, and this is the Fifine SC8, their brand new upgraded mixer that takes everything the SC3 did, improved it, and then added a whole list of features you'd normally find on more professional mixers like the Rodecaster Duo or the Go XLR, but at a tiny fraction of the price. So in this video, we're gonna unbox it, comparing it to the SC3, walk through the new features, introduce a new software, and in the end, find out if this is worth an upgrade. Let's get started. Let's start with the basics. If you're already familiar with the SC3, then you'll immediately notice that the SC8 keeps the same overall idea, a compact, all-in-one audio mixer meant for streamers, gamers, and content creators. The SC3 supported 16-bit audio recording, which was fine for beginners. But the SC8 jumps to 24-bit, which gives you better dynamic range, cleaner, quieter moments, and just overall richer sound. This matters especially if you're using a good XLR microphone or if you edit your sound afterwards. Next is virtual surround sound. Now this is new and surprisingly useful. The SC8 includes 7.1 surround sound processing, which can enhance your gaming audio and give you better directional awareness. As someone who plays mostly story games, I can now really appreciate how immersive the sound design is in the game, so turning on that 7.1 definitely made a difference. And this feature is something that the SC3 did not have. Speaking of the SC3, it did not give you that much control over EQ, whereas the SC8 now comes with a full equalizer built right into the mixer and inside the software, which we'll talk more about later. That means you can customize your microphone tone, your headphones. If you are a fan of voice changers or quick processing presets, the SC8 expands the library. Coming from the SC3, which already had some of the fun effects, the SC8 adds additional presets that actually sound cleaner and more natural. One of the things that I had fun with the SC3 is actually testing out the funny voices. Since that was my first time having a mixer, it was my first time testing that out. And with the SC8, I believe they have a couple of new options added, along with even more presets to change just the natural sound of voices, not necessarily something that will alter it. So it's great that they've given you even more options with this one. Another big change from the SC3 is now we have knobs instead of the faders. This is a big design change. The SC3 used faders, which looked cool but weren't the most precise. The SC8 switches to rotary knobs, which give you much finer control and feel way better in day-to-day use. Inside the box, you will find the SC8 mixer itself, a USB-C cable, and the user manual. The ports also got a slight upgrade. Coming from left to right, you now have a dedicated button for the RGB to turn it on or off and to switch it between different colors. You have a toggle for PC and PS4 since now this is compatible with your consoles. You have the OTG/PC USB-C port, optical in, headphone jack, aux in, and a headset, and another toggle for a dynamic mic or condenser mic. And lastly, you have the XLR port. There's also now a slight variation to the RGB, whereas the SC3 only had the RGB on the buttons, rotating around in the top of the mixer. On the SC8, we also have it on the buttons, but we now have this extra little glow underneath. Same lightweight plastic material, but compared to the SC3, the SC8 feels more premium with a little more weight to it. Even the layout has been improved. Everything is spaced out nicely, and the device has a cleaner, more professional look. Now let's move on to the setup, and this is where we're going to talk about Fifine's latest launch, which is the Genie app. One of the biggest changes of the SC8 is the addition of Fifine Genie, which is basically Fifine's answer to Elgato Wavelength. To set it up, plug the SC8 into your PC with the included USB-C cable, download the Genie app from Fifine's website, open it up, and you'll immediately see your microphone channel, game audio, system audio, chat, music, and more. You can also name channels, adjust volumes, add effects, and control routing. It's actually very similar to the controls of what you would see on the Elgato Wavelength software if you've used that before. This is also another huge upgrade from the SC3 because the SC3 was more designed for a plug-and-play style and it didn't have any software compatibilities. Now the SC8 gives you both hardware and software mixing options, which makes it a little more flexible. One of my favorite parts of the Genie is the headphone EQ. You can now take your headphones and you can now customize it to your taste. But if you don't want to mess with the EQ manually, Genie includes preset profiles such as bass boost, vocal clarity, treble boost, balance, or even a variety of gaming modes available. This is honestly something I never expected to see from a mixer in this price range. You would usually see headphone EQ from higher end software ecosystems. Now let's talk about what it's actually like to use the SC8 in day to day. If you're a streamer who likes to adjust things on the fly, the SC8 gives you physical knobs for fast volume changes, programmable buttons, a software mixer for more advanced routing, voice effects, and of course, 24-bit audio that sounds way more professional. If you're a gamer, their surround sound feature and headphone EQ make a noticeable difference. And if you're someone that likes to use XLR mics but doesn't want to invest in more expensive gear, this is honestly one of the best budget alternatives available. Now to answer the big question, should you spend the extra $30 to get the SC8 instead of the SC3? And my honest answer is yes. You're not just paying for a slightly better hardware, you're also paying for better recording quality, more control, a way more flexible routing setup, the Genie app which makes everything a lot easier to control, more presets, better sound shaping, and something that can actually grow with you as you upgrade your setup. With the SC3, you're a little limited by the hardware. With the SC8, you get a hybrid hardware-software audio solution that honestly competes with higher-end mixers. Plus, let's say you already use Elgato Wavelength and you wanted to use an XLR microphone. You would also have to purchase the Wavelength XLR, which is again more cost to you and yet another device to add to your setup. With the SC8, you have everything in one interface. So if you're in the market for an affordable mixer with professional features, the SC8 is definitely worth considering, especially if you are choosing between the SC3 or the SC8. So that wraps up our review of the Fifine SC8. Let me know in the comments down below what features matters most to you in your setup. If you liked this video or found the information helpful, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up down below and subscribe for more tech and gear related videos. Thanks again to Fifine for sending us these items to test out. If you want to check out, I will leave all the details in the description down below. As always, thanks again for watching and I will see you in the next video.